Have you ever heard a theory that was so powerful that you just had to share it with the world? That's what's happening right now. So, I just can't keep it in anymore. This is a theory posed by Carl Jung, the famous psychologist. It called perception is projection. And so let me tell you a little bit about the brain, okay? Um, our brain is capable of interpreting 134 bits of information per second, roughly, right? And if that even means anything to you, 134 pieces of information per second is what our brain is capable of interpreting. And at any given moment, we're taking in through all of our senses 2 million bits of information per second. 2 million bits of information per second, and we're only capable of interpreting 134 bits of information per second. So we're taking all of this into our neurology, and it's overwhelmed, right? So what happens is, for one thing, we categorize things into about 7 plus or minus 2 chunks of information. And, this is, as far as like advertising goes, marketing, most marketers know that people are only capable of remembering about the top 7 brands of any product, okay? This is just part of, it's the job of the central nervous system to, what was it that he said? I'm listening to this neurolinguistic programming course that I actually already listened to, but I'm listening to it again because it's so cool. And it just completely was able to shift my perspective on, just life in general. This is one reason why this theory called perception is projection. I'm getting there. What was I just saying? Shit. Let me remember. Anyway, let's just get on with it. Okay, so one of the things that our brains does is it categorizes things, so that we can deal with what we're taking in consciously as best as we can. So naturally, you can understand that our brains are overwhelmed by the information that we are constantly receiving from our environment and the people around us and just everything that's happening around us at all times. And so what the unconscious mind does to effectively deal with this and just to manage life in general is that it projects all of our unresolved issues onto the people and the events and the behaviors happening around us in our lives. And so what happens is what you get is an understanding that you never really see anything other than who or what you really are. Because we can't deal with everything that we're taking in consciously. We can't, it's just, we're not, our brains aren't capable. So, as the unconscious mind projects our unresolved issues out onto the world around us, it is then right there in our view. It's actually quite amazing when you really stop and think about it, that our unresolved issues would be put right in front of us. Right in front of us for us to investigate and explore and discover within ourselves whatever it is that is essentially creating or helping create that which is happening around us, whether that is something that you consider to be negative or positive, or whatever, you have a hand in creating it. And, although this is a theory, perception is projection. So what you perceive, what you see around you is actually your unresolved issues being projected onto people and events in your life so that you can see it. And you can begin to deal with it consciously. And I think that's incredible. I took 5 minutes to say all that. I think that's incredible. And that is perception, is projection. And I feel better about my life now that I shared this. So peace out.